Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night, needing to use the bathroom? Most people over 50 do this every single night. It feels like the most ordinary thing in the world. But what if this simple, familiar routine is silently setting the stage for a stroke? And all it takes to prevent it is one small thing you do before you even sit up? Today I want to share something that most people, including many with high blood pressure, have never been told. And once you know it, you will never get out of bed the same way again. Here is the fact that should stop everyone's strokes and heart attacks occur most frequently in the early morning hours, specifically between 4 a.m. and 10 a.m. This is not a coincidence. Decades of cardiovascular research have confirmed this pattern consistently across populations worldwide. The reason lies in what happens inside your body the moment you wake up. During sleep, your blood pressure naturally drops by 10 to 20 millimeters of mercury. This is a protective mechanism that allows your heart and blood vessels to rest. But the instant you begin to wake, your sympathetic nervous system activates abruptly. Cortisol and adrenaline surge through your bloodstream. Your heart rate accelerates, your blood vessels constrict, and your blood pressure climbs rapidly. This phenomenon is called the morning blood pressure surge, and research has directly linked its severity to stroke risk. In studies tracking people with isolated morning hypertension, those whose blood pressure spiked sharply upon waking had stroke risk 7 to 8 times higher than those with stable morning readings, even when their daytime blood pressure appeared completely normal. Now add one critical factor: getting up suddenly to walk to the bathroom. When you move from lying flat to standing upright in a single quick motion, gravity pulls blood downward into your legs. Blood flow to the brain drops abruptly. Blood pressure plunges. This is called orthostatic hypotension, and research shows it affects nearly 25% of adults over 65. The result is dizziness, sudden blackouts, and in many cases a dangerous fall. Nighttime falls in the bathroom are one of the leading causes of hip fractures among older adults. And a hip fracture can trigger a cascade of health decline that is far more serious than the injury itself. But there is something even more dangerous that happens immediately after that initial pressure drop. Once blood pressure falls, the body interprets this as an emergency. The sympathetic nervous system fires back harder to compensate, driving blood pressure sharply back up. The result is a roller coaster pattern. A rapid drop followed by an equally rapid spike for blood vessels already stiffened by atherosclerosis. This kind of pressure whiplash can cause rupture. This is the mechanism behind strokes and brain hemorrhages that occur during nighttime bathroom trips. It is not random, it is predictable, and it is preventable. There is one more layer to understand. When you strain during urination or a bowel movement, you briefly hold your breath and increase abdominal pressure. This process, known in medicine as the Valsalva effect, temporarily spikes blood pressure by dozens of points above baseline. Combined with the sudden rise from sleep, the cold air of the bathroom, contracting your blood vessels, and the compensatory pressure rebound after orthostatic hypotension, the compounding effect on your arterial walls is severe. Medical research examining cases of subarachnoid hemorrhage, a type of brain bleed, has specifically identified this exact combination of factors as a key contributing trigger. So what is the one thing you must do? It is simple, it takes under 3 minutes, and it costs nothing. Do not get up immediately. That is it. When you wake during the night needing the bathroom, do not sit bolt upright and swing your legs over the edge of the bed. Instead, lie still for 1 to 2 minutes first. Let your body transition from sleep to wakefulness. Allow your sympathetic nervous system to activate gradually, rather than all at once. This single pause is the most protective thing you can do in that moment. After waiting, rise in 3 stages. First, slowly bring yourself to a half-sitting position. Then move to fully sitting on the edge of the bed. Pause for a few seconds there. Then stand slowly. This staged approach gives your cardiovascular system time to redistribute blood and stabilize pressure dramatically, reducing both the initial drop and the compensatory spike that follows. The second key habit is keeping a glass of water on your nightstand and drinking it before you stand. During sleep, your body loses fluid through breathing and perspiration. By the time you wake at 3 a.m., your blood is measurably more viscous. and concentrated than it was when you fell asleep. Thicker blood clots more easily, and flows more difficultly through narrowing vessels, which is exactly why the risk of stroke and heart attack climbs during these early hours. Drinking 1 glass of water at room temperature before getting up helps lower blood viscosity and buffers the blood pressure spike. Avoid cold water, as it can cause blood vessel constriction and actually raise pressure temporarily. The third habit is managing the temperature difference between your bedroom and bathroom. In cooler months, stepping from a warm bed into a cold bathroom causes immediate and powerful constriction of blood vessels throughout your skin. This rapidly elevates blood pressure, on top of everything else already happening. If possible, keep indoor temperatures consistent overnight or warm the bathroom briefly before entering. Reducing this temperature gap alone can significantly dampen the pressure shock on your vascular system. Let me give you a practical 7-day routine to lock these habits in place. On day 1, place a glass of water on your nightstand tonight. On day 2, install motion-activated night lights along the path from your bed to the bathroom. On day 3, practice the 3-stage rising method when you get up in the morning, not just at night, so it becomes natural. On day 4, add ankle rotations and foot flexes while still lying down before you rise. This activates circulation in your legs and helps stabilize blood pressure as you stand. On day 5, practice the full routine when you wake during the night. Wait quietly, drink water, rise in stages. On day 6, note how many times you woke to use the bathroom this past week. If the answer is 3 or more times per night, this may signal nocturnal hypertension, a pattern in which blood pressure fails to drop during sleep as it should. On day 7, if you identified 3 or more nighttime bathroom visits, schedule a conversation with your doctor about ambulatory blood pressure monitoring. Several additional points deserve attention. If you take blood pressure medication, discuss with your physician whether the timing of your dose is optimized to control the early morning surge. Studies show that adjusting medication timing can significantly blunt the pressure spike during the highest risk window. Never adjust or stop your medication without medical guidance. For anyone who already has hypertension, diabetes, or a history of cardiovascular events, the habits described today are not optional precautions. They are essential daily practice. And for caregivers of elderly parents who live alone, please share this information directly. A fall during a nighttime bathroom visit, triggered by the mechanisms described here, can be life-altering in ways that go far beyond the fall itself. Finally, know the warning signs of stroke. If you or someone in your household experiences sudden weakness or numbness on one side of the body, sudden difficulty speaking or understanding speech, sudden vision loss in one eye, sudden severe headache with no clear cause, or sudden loss of balance and coordination, call emergency services immediately. Stroke has a treatment window of 3 to 4.5 hours. Acting within that window can mean the difference between full recovery and permanent disability. At 3 a.m., those symptoms are easy to dismiss as tiredness or grogginess. Do not dismiss them. 3 minutes, 1 glass of water, rise in stages. That is the entire routine. These habits interrupt the chain of events that turns a routine bathroom trip into a medical emergency. Share this with the people in your life who wake up every night. It may be the most important health information you pass along this year. If this video was helpful, please subscribe and hit the like button. Leave a comment with questions or your own experience. See you in the next video.